Nintendo presents Metroid 4. Oh god, I'm surprised that isn't a thing yet. I swear it's not innuendo except for how it's too blatant for that. God, do I have to go look on BTTV to see if that's a thing? Because, I mean, Big sexy lunk, there you go. That'll fix it for you. Going to Duolingo to learn how to read English. Well, that sounds like it's going to be a mess for, well, mostly for you. Oh no, Samus blew up in the first, 0 seconds of the game. And that is the note that we are starting Metroid Fusion on, apparently, folks. Okay. Okay, you can see that I've played this game a lot, although it's been a few years since... Except for this one, we're going to erase that data because... We're starting from scratch. If I start from the middle of the game, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Also, let me know if my voice sounds different, worse than usual. Because I'm trying a different windscreen on my microphone. I became very dissatisfied while doing recordings recently with the black foam one. I now have this hairy thing that I think is usually used more for outdoor recordings. And we'll see how that sounds. A cat? Not quite. So that's what quits. Assigned to watch over Biologics research team. Yeah, this game has a lot more dialogue than Super Metroid. There's, actual plot here. Going back to SR388, this is where we were in Metroid 2. A planet with a really catchy name. Okay, Samus, I think a missile is a little unnecessary there. Oh, that's weird. Attacked by a life form you had never encountered before. Are you sure that thing's alive? That just looks like some goo. I don't know, as X. Yeah, okay, good naming scheme, everybody. Also, for some reason, Samus just gets back on her ship after being attacked by the blob? Question mark? She's like, oh, I got blobbed, but I feel fine. I'm just gonna get back on this ship and I'm going to steer it alongside the BSJ barge. Okay, so it's some kind of parasite thing, I guess. Oh boy. Yeah, by the way, this is what Elon Musk's self-driving car does too, by the way. If you pass out, it drives you into a fucking asteroid belt and you die. Is X gonna give it to us? Yes! Oh, this game is tough. It's not the kind of tough Metroid 1 was, where you don't know where the hell you're going. It's tough in that, everything can kill you. All the enemies are a little overtuned. Oh, well, thank goodness the ejector seat launched her out right away. And they brought her over to Galactic Federation HQ, and dear God, that thing has spread real fast. Disrupting large areas of your power suit. It's like machinery, right? Well, we're gonna find out in a bit that the X-Parasites, being parasites, they can only infest living things. And so here's where they start to do a little bit of BS, and where I'm not necessarily a fan of the plot. This is the first time in the game where they suddenly broach the idea that the power suit has organic components. Like, I understand this idea of, like, it has a lot of integrated systems that have to, like, be very close to, because it's a very tight level of power armor, but biological components of your powered armor. What? I guess you gotta get the plot out somehow. Anyway, they have to cut parts of the suit off, which... This actually sounds really fucked up. I'm glad they're not showing it to us. And yeah, X is really giving it to Samus's brain, unfortunately, so that's gonna be real ugly. Oh, and now here's where the science gets even whacker. Someone found a cure. Wait, did they use the term of reference here that... Yes, they proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. That's not when you take a vaccine. Also, being a vaccine, I believe that would imply that the X are viruses, which is not really stated, although I suppose that it's fair enough, but you know something? I'll just say this. This game is more intelligent about what vaccines are than a lot of people in this country are right now. And this idea of how genes work, this is no stupider than how the plasmids in BioShock work. You know what? That's it. This isn't a vaccine, this is a Metroid plasmid. We BioShock now. Suck it, Ken Levine, you're fucking 5 years late, asshole. Fucking, and then he went on to make BioShock Infinite. I can't believe that there's a game so heavy-handed as BioShock Infinite that still says nothing. Focus! Focus up! Focus up, motherfucker. A little hard with a fly flying around, but you know. Clearly I just need, like, a really big bug zapper in this room, or maybe just an open flame. Ah, yes, so for some reason, the Galactic Federation has cells from the last Metroid again. Which, you know, okay, I mean, they were doing research on it, right? So I guess it kind of makes sense. So, they give her the drug, and these things are immediately and completely destroyed. Get the fuck out of here, fly. Immediately and completely destroyed. Also, why does she look like this now? We'll handle that in a second. As I said, that's not how vaccines work. And now, basically, Samus is effectively part Metroid. So I guess it finally makes sense to have the series be named Metroid, and we can actually ask why Metroid can't crawl. And also, for some reason, this is what Samus's power suit looks like now. Is this just, like, what the power suit looks like underneath, or after they've removed parts of it? I'm very confused about this design. But, you know, I think we'll talk about that later. We'll probably have to complain about it more. We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. Sent the last batch of creatures captured there, as well as the infected piece of the power suit. So, oh boy, yeah, they're sending us right after these things. This is really a smart idea, right? Well, I guess that we're probably the only biological creature in the world that can resist these things. It's this blunt computerized CO. The second time you found yourself having to do so... Oh, boy. Oh, God. Yeah, of course, they're referring to that game. The worst, quite possibly, the Metroid. That would be funnier, actually. Referring to quite possibly the worst game that Nintendo has ever put their name on in terms of like any of their actual flagship franchises. That's right, they're calling back the Star Tropics 2. Wait, no, sorry, shit, oh my god, I'm very confused right now. I meant Metroid Other M. A game that we will probably have to be joking about throughout this entire stream. Danky Gang. You are a batch of troll bots in the name Gun W number. I've seen a little bit of that going on with some other streams. I will be careful of that. Good to see that Twitch is doing just as much as usual, or they're dragging their feet on making simple scripts for some of this stuff. But thank you for the warning. I appreciate it, Bronco. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. Ah, so just like all of America. Gunshots in a place of quarantine. Sounds about right. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR-388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-parasites. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? No! Why are you sending me to do this? I have no equipment, you dumb motherfuckers! I'm sorry, I just had a moment. Now go to the quarantine. I'm gonna keep reading out all the Adam shit in the stupid robot voice, by the way. And yeah, spoiler alert, it is indeed literally Adam Malkovich. Also, bit of a control change. So, in Super Metroid, of course, we had the benefit of 4 face buttons, a start, a select, and 2 shoulder buttons. So, I'm gonna hit the L, R, L, R. In this game, for some reason, select does not select your missiles. You hold the R button and press fire to use your missiles. So instead, the L button only aims you up and diagonally in the direction. So we have to hit down to aim downward. This is very weird, and if you've played Super Metroid before, this will make your muscle memory cry a little bit. But I don't think it's too bad. I think that the holding the R button thing is a little stupid, but, you know, the select button goes completely unused, so... Oh yeah, look at this crack. We can go down here even though we shouldn't. This is a bit of a spoiler for, you know, a future area. Also, we can grab onto ledges and pull ourselves up now. Samus is probably in this game at her most agile out of any Metroid game thus far. We can't even open doors yet, by the way. And definitely not the colorful doors. So that makes up for the fact that Samus is also the glassiest fucking cannon in this game possible. Too dumb to shoot at walls. You know, fair enough. This is not a game series for everybody, I'll say that. But also, let me re-demonstrate this. That is quite possibly the best control update from Super Metroid. You can press the A button again when you're in the air if you're not spinning to start spinning. This is very helpful because you've probably seen already just how much of our moveset revolves around that once we get the space jump. We can't go out of these sealed hatches while they're a solid color. Stand on the platform. Here we go. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. And we can't go back. We have to go forward. We get some creepy music. A bit of mood lighting. Got a crawl space that we can't go through because Metroid still can't crawl. And I can actually get away with calling her Metroid now. Because, you know, plot. Alright, so this is our quarantine bay here. Door's sealed. I don't want to be in here, guys. I think. Hey, look, it's one of these things. Easy peasy. So at least there's that. Alright, we killed the weird frog thing. What do you got for us, Robot Man? This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X parasites. I think you knew that this was going to happen, Chief. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. How about the armor parts? Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. Oh geez, we got pretty close to getting mulched by this thing. He slimed me, etc. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. I don't think it needs that, but okay. You were almost killed by an X invasion. You said the wrong word, dumbass. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. But it has also changed your cellular makeup. Your genetic code is being rewritten. I do not remember any of the speeches from BioShock. It also might help if I did an Atlas voice, but I can't quite pull that off, I don't think. I don't know that I can do the New York guy pretending to be from Ireland type of voice. I can, however, sound like an asshole. You will never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host merely by touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. This is a very big thing, and this is another thing that can make this game an absolute rat bastard, because now your power-ups move around! Joy of joys! What douchebag thought that was a good idea? You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. Don't worry, that means that we're going to be getting our powers from specific boss fights, which I think is a neat thing to actually put into a Metroid game in a very direct way. And also, let me try to word this out. That's not very well explained here. They make it sound like, oh, you gotta blast shit and hope that you RNG into your wide beam or whatever. But that's not it. This station is home to many species, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting massive biosigns in this region. I swear it is not my penis. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. How can you tell that? Your chance of survival is extremely low. That's not actually why, but okay. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Again, no. But, alright. Now get going. I have released the lock on level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. You can just call them doors, dude. I don't speak nerd. Actually, I do, but not necessarily this type of nerd. So, yeah. The security level 0 is now lifted, so we can open the gray doors. Ooh, Ooh, also, there's the game demonstrating another occupational hazard of your power-ups being sourced from the X-Parasites. If you kill an enemy and you don't collect its X-Parasite fast enough, it may just reconstitute into another enemy. There's also instances of, like, scripted, that no matter how fast you try to do it, it'll just become untouchable and will convert into another enemy. So, like a scripted chain encounter, basically. Also, check out this barrier. We can't do anything to it right now. Alright, Navroom, you got more email for us, buddy? I have received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. So, are these just on our person and we lost our book of passwords? Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help against some enemies your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here. We're going to the D, etc., etc. Those jokes are unfortunately going to flow a little heavily because, you know, other M and making fun of it. With missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20%. Wait, what about our, like, combat potential or whatever that other thing you were saying before was? Those aren't necessarily synonymous. Take a look at the map. Okay, so we don't want to go to the right yet because that's where we can fight a boss, and we actually can't go in there yet. We need the missiles to get in there. Reminds you of Adam Malkovich. Yeah, of course it does. I remember seeing this tweet a while ago, joking something like, someone who's worked under only one CEO ever, getting real Adam Malkovich vibes from this motherfucker type of thing, which is really funny. And also, like, I don't know. He called me lady on missions. From anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. I don't know, it still sounds a little bit insulting, like, you know, even if he is a commanding officer, I feel like you can't get away with literally just calling a woman a lady for any real reason without sounding like, you know, you wear multiple fedoras in a stack. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Yeah. Well, we're gonna find out. Big spoilers, the computer actually is just Adam Malkovich's AI. Uploaded. Alright, so we've got these 4 little rooms here. And I guess I'll point out what they are. The R is a recharge room that will refill our missiles and our energy in one useful little station. S is the save room, obviously. N is a navigation room. We've seen that before. And D is where we're going to go get our missiles. Let's check in and see if you've got anything new to say. The data room is just ahead. Yeah, that's it. Alright. I just want to do that robot voice some more, apparently. We stand on the station, and we get 10 missiles. Ooh! Okay, that's one point where I will say that the sound in this game is not great. I actually like most of the sound in this game. It's very good, especially for the GBA. But that is a little bit awful. Alright, what do you got for me, boss? You gonna reflag our point? Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. Damn it. Try to find another way to the target. Creating huge bioscience, so you hope my missiles work. That'd be real nice, wouldn't it? Absorb a special type of X-Parasite, you'll see them try it out. If you have certain types of color blindness, you won't really be able to tell that compared to the health drops because they're just X parasites but green. They're the same sprite. And I admit that I'm not, like, an expert on color blindness or anything, but, like, surely that sounds like a bad idea. Anyway, big glowing hatch. It's immune to our shots, but it's also making a weird pinging noise that you can just barely perceive because it's very short. Fire a missile at it, and in we go. We're going to take the back route here. These things take 3 missiles, and they drop us a green X, which is worth only 2. Very rude. Okay, cut to the chase already. I don't think that those things are guaranteed to drop Missile X, by the way. I don't think guaranteed drops are, like, even... drop types are even a thing for anything in this game, so yeah. Oh, that's funny looking. Missile tank. Oh, also, you didn't quite get... I didn't quite get a chance to point it out, but I'll talk about it more next time I see it. There's a change to the mapping, which is very useful. Yeah, see, in here... Like, let me step outside, actually, so it's not blinking. You see how that room has a little ring in it? That means that there's a power-up in here that we have not collected. As opposed to in Super Metroid where it was just like a dot for whether or not you'd gotten an item at all. That I got by pure random chance just from shooting around because I figured at this point that's probably going to be the type of challenge. It could be missiles, it could even be bombs, but, you know, that would require backtracking if it was bombs. Go up to the save station and have ourselves a quick save. Actually, I should wait to do this because we'll see in a second that there's a reason why you should wait to do that. And it's right here in front of this door with the big red eye. You might remember this concept from Super Metroid. And it coughed up a red X, which gives us a lot of energy and ammunition back, which is nice. But, you know, it's more than we need at this point, that's for sure. That's for dang sure. In here. This is like our first real learning how to do some acrobatics type of stuff. You can see we can jump off of these ledges like that. Oh, also, free energy tank. Hell yeah. Which is good because, again, everything in this game hurts a lot more than in Super. Or, honestly, even in Metroid 1. Like, you take a lot of damage in this game. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, this is the thing that we saw in the attract mode, if we saw any of that, which I think we did. Turn around. Hey. Yeah, look at this thing, how much it's ripped out of us health-wise. We haven't been hit very much. Turn around. Alright, so now we get into phase 2 of the fight, where after in every boss, this comes up, where once you defeat the main form, it emits what is called a Core X, which is one of those big armored things, and you have to shoot it with missiles. It's not always 3, but this one was 3, and once you kill it, it coughs out the weird goo inside. And that gives us a special ability. It gives us one of our items back. If you shoot it with the regular beam, it will regurgitate more X, for you to gain back health and missiles and stuff like that. And we got our morph ball back. It's just a ball. We have no bombs. We can't jump. In fact, I can't even stand up by pressing A. So that should kind of clue you into the fact, by the way, that the spring ball will be a big deal. But we can also just do that. Just yoink. Like I said, Samus is a lot more acrobatic in this game than in previous Metroid games. Actually, I think the term I used was agile, but whatever. Also, you may have noticed that we got a full heal from killing that boss. That's pretty good. That's pretty great. We're on the other side of this thing now, and we can pop in here. It's a recharge room. That's not really necessary, but I'll take my one missile back. You know, it's not like they're gonna charge us for this, right? I hope not. That would be terrible. Like, the least that the Galactic Federation can do for Samus is pay for her ballistics and her energy. Like, this is a mission of quite critical, you know, importance, because if these things are left alone, they will, in universe, you know, grow in number and everything to consume everything. So it'd be a good idea for Samus to kill them, right? Samus, it's as I feared. The music has gotten a lot more tense. The breeding environments have been invaded by X-parasites. Sector 1 SRX shows several abnormalities on biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to the access shaft and use elevator 1. Use the navigation room just inside for further briefing. I'm not sure, but I think that whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion. Ah, you're having a bit of a conspiracy moment there, Chief. Oh yes, we can go in here, and we can start dying because it's cold. And that's the Metroid's big weakness, is coldness. So now Samus now has to worry about not only extreme heat, but extreme cold. Cool. But we also get a free missile tank, so whatever. I'm not going to complain too much. Roll under here. Go down the elevator. That can be a little finicky. And... ruh-roh. Oh. What the? Another oh, ye gods. That is creepy. Oh, Jesus. That... wow, that is stronger than our super missiles are, that's for sure. And the screw attack. And the various suit. Oh, boy. That we will be talking about later on. For now, we just need to go this way and carry on with the main game. Alright. Well, time to check our emails here. The main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It will be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown agent is at work. Something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report when I know more. Now listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. How are they doing this? They are already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Yeah, whatever, that's easy enough. Now get moving. Save room. I'll save. recharge room. Give me back my 8 energy. Hey. Can't go in the green door. Can't go in the blue door. We can go in the gray door. And this is a room full of these weird cell things that, like, they basically kind of merge with each other a little bit too. And that thing just looks really silly because of the pixelation. Alright. Here we go. Our first of the atmospheric stabilizer chambers. And yes, in order to destroy these, just like those weird pillar things, we have to use missiles. So I guess they're basically the same things. However, mercifully, the game is emitting some green X-parasites for us to pick up if we need them to break those things down. And yeah, considering what this place is supposed to be, we are going to see a lot, and I mean a lot, of enemies that are throwbacks to Metroid 2 in here. Grab us another energy tank. Get out of there before that block comes back, if it does. I think it does. Yeah. Oh, there's our Helmosaur friend from that one area where there was no recharge station for some reason. Hey, look, it's space pirates. These ones, however, are immune to everything but missiles. Or, well, they're immune to our beams anyway. So we need to use missiles right now. And while they do a fuck ton of damage, they are a lot less threatening than the ones that we saw in a similar arrangement in Super Metroid. Especially because you see them doing that shuddering animation before they leap, and they're not guaranteed to do so. So it's a little easier to dodge them, in my opinion. So, yeah, you get hurt a lot by touching them, but, you know, that's kind of like the game being like, dumbass, why'd you let that happen to you? Oh. There's Crab. That is kind of like the ones from Super Metroid. Alright, here we go. Atmosphere controller number 2. And cling to the ceilings, in addition to these weird climby things that we got here. Grab onto that, grab onto the wall. Stabilized. Don't land on the frogs. Move on. Whoa. Alright, we're into room number 3, and we gotta go around a long way here, basically. Alright, come here. No, I didn't want to fall in the pit full of... Oh wow, there's 5 of them there. Okay, that's real necessary, game. Hey. Neat. Nice free missile pack for us, and all we had to deal with was a little bit of water that didn't really impede us in any actual way. Awesome. I love when this game wants to do things the easier way, because goodness knows there's going to be some parts where it's really not going to do that. Go, and yes, these things are returning from Super Metroid, and yes, they will be a pain in the butt because we get the wave beam in this game way later than we did in Super Metroid. Nettori is how I'm going to choose to pronounce it for now, for some reason. If anybody I was gonna say, if anybody I knew from Canada was here, they'd find it funny, but I realize that's pretty much only Brysolf nowadays. I don't know a lot of Canadians anymore. And we're stuck. There's got to be a way back. I just don't remember what it is. Oh, okay, I see. Shoot through the wall. Stupid. Easy solution. That's nice. Alright, well, there's a boss door right there. Alright, come on. Give me the easy cycle. Nope. No easy Mac for me tonight. God damn it, will you stop that? Are you mad because I said the phrase easy, man? There we go. Don't flee from the free money. Come here. Alright. Now we go save! Because that's right over here. And then we get into a boss fight. It's a pretty easy boss fight if I recall correctly, so... That's nice, at least. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Alright, so... now we've got a boss that's just a Core X, but this is a beam-type Core X, so it has an eyeball that we have to shoot it in. And it's that easy. It took 4 shots to do it. And in exchange, we get the Charge Beam. The Charge Beam in this game is just as good as it was in Super Metroid. Makes a slightly annoying noise because it's a lot louder. But it does exactly what you want it to do. Lets you fire a big ol' shot that is very strong and lets you conserve your missiles. It's great for fighting with, but you will, I was going to say, you'll be able to see quite soon that it's not quite the level of destruction that the other thing has, but clearly we can't get, oh, okay, never mind. I was like, we can't get a missile through the wall, but we also can't get a charge beam through the wall yet, dumbass. It's because we don't have the wave beam. There now remains one more atmospheric stabilizer to fix. It may just be further down this path. Down, along, up in that order. I believe it's in that little corner room right up there. Yeah, a lot of shooting through the walls. To answer Tab's thing earlier, That is a general criticism that I would give to the series, that it is not always the most straightforward about being like, hey, you need to do this thing the first time. After you start, picking it up, it is something that you'll pick up, but to get started on making those habits is not always easy. These games need like a tutorial mode or something that you can check out to be like, hey, this is the basics of Meat Rod gameplay. And I know that some people will probably be like, no, why is... But, you don't have to use it, guys. It's there for people who don't know. That's why I, would say, make it a thing that you can choose from the menu. Kirby Superstar did its tutorial stuff very well. Which, old game, but it had a tutorial for basically every mode, and it was like, is this your first time doing this, and would you like to learn how to do it? Instead of forcing you to go through it. Unlike new Pokemon games where it's like, oh, do you want a tutorial on how a Pokeball works? No, and they tell you anyway, like you've never even heard of the concept of a video game or something. I think people complain too much about the quality of newer Pokemon games, but that is something that I will say they are genuinely not good at, is the fact that the level of tutorialization is not skippable is what you might call a bad form. So no save for us yet. Let's go and call Adam real quick and find out what he's got to say. Atmospheric stabilizers online, but many X have already made it to other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2 TRO, the tropical habitat, shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it may be in TRO now. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Why is there an assumption that this mysterious sabotaging agent, which we totally already know what it is, has to be either male or neuter? Like, Chief, you know that you're literally talking to, like, one of the most famous badass women in video games? The Lara Croft that is considered socially acceptable. Does the concept of women can be capable of stuff like that just not cross this thing's mind? God, it really is Adam Malkovich. Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, stop to pick up our mail at the navigation room as usual. I still am not exactly, sounding like I like Adam whatsoever, Samus. That, he just sounds like a douchebag. Again, to slightly recycle a joke, I didn't know that fedoras were part of the standard issue for commanding officer uniforms or something. Words. Let's move on here. Ooh, this area is green to let you know how jungly it is. Well, that first room anyway. Hey, here's some map data for us. Not a lot, but some. I have learned the identity of our mystery saboteur. Samus, it's an X mimicking you. I have named it the SAX. As we get a flashback to a cutscene that you didn't actually see, Samus. I believe the SAX came from the capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a powerbomb to escape the quarantine bay. That explosion breached the capsules containing all the X that started this disaster. But the SAX is definitely our biggest worry right now. The SAX is mimicking you at full power, you can't face it. If you see the SAX, just run, don't think about fighting. Start the station's self-destruct sequences. Is this thing too valuable? I mean, I know a big-ass space station like this costs a lot of money to build, but you are still very vulnerable to cold and unexpected side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the SAX is armed with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ says they have bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs are cool. I mashed the button too fast. The data room is here, but it's sealed by a level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release the level 1 locks. But per safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. You'll have to find it on your own somehow, Samus. So, first find the security room and unlock level 1 hatches, then go to the data room and get that bomb data. Is your objective clear? Kinda. But of course, you can't tell us where anything is because, yeah. Security reasons. I get it, but also, you know, really throwing us into, like, the middle of the pool, right? Recharge room, I need that. Oh, the music in this area is pretty good. Ah, that vibra slap. It's a small detail, but I really do love that. Just that one little vibra slap sound at the start of the track. Alright, so what in the fuck is that thing? It's something we can't deal with right now, that's for sure. And apparently those egg sack things turn into those. Okay. Cool. Good, I'm glad I wasted almost a full energy tank in that room trying to negotiate it before the game was like, we're not gonna let you. That's a place where we want to bomb, and that's a place where we will come from where we would want to bomb, probably. Also, I like how there's that little curved whoosh under your gun when you shoot a charge beam. Also, I'm really noticing that, like, Samus's default gun is actually multiple bullets, which I don't really think about a whole lot. Security room is very easy to find, thankfully. We don't even have to go to any secret passages. We just get in here, we unlock security level 1, we can open the blue doors. So this room, I guess, is just a refill station, sort of. Which is silly, because the recharge room is over there. Oh good, the enemy wasn't dead. Cool. Is this something that we can deal with bombs, maybe? Once we get those? I suppose we'll find out once we get that far into this. That's definitely a place where we bomb. As is that. Alright, in we go. Yep, we know how to use the bombs. They are the same as in previous games. Oh, yikes, that was an explosion. So I've got a feeling we're going to have to deal with that, but we should probably assess the... Oh, yikes. Well, something came through here and busted the door. I wonder if it was that SAX thing. Oh, well that bomb passage didn't take me where I thought it would. Interesting. Oh, this looks like a complete mess to navigate. And it looks like we can't really go up that way because we don't have the high jump boots. Or it may even be something that we have to come down to get to. Hard to say for sure. Get in the hole. Go, because that's not a bomb passage. Ah, yes, thanks for fucking off, health pickup. Really appreciate it. We got more of this going on. Setting is definitely changing up a little bit. Ah, yes, just what I wanted to see, the Norfair side hopper. Except they also shoot sideways now. What a jerk move. Hey. This thing hits really hard, by the way. Thankfully, it's worth a red X pickup. I really needed that. Here. A couple of these things going around. Like for the... Yeah, that one needs to turn around. Okay, so there's a thing shows up here to lift you up in some part of this, I believe, right? Or we just shoot before. Are we proper stuck here? That would be really, really bad form for this, and I don't remember this being a thing that we could just get stuck. There we go. There's our stack, so we can go forward. Alright, let's save real quick because we're over here, and we haven't for a brief moment. And again, this is a game that's pretty easy to die in, so... I mean, you saw how beat up we got from that stupid blue thing. This way. There's something here? Not yet, right? There is later, I believe. Well, get out of here then. So we can't deal with that because we don't have the high jump. I wonder if we're going to get that soon. A little bit of foreshadowing with all this level design, huh? And here's another save room. Wow. There's a lot of save rooms in a fairly small amount of area. Ooh, here's an energy tank for us. That's pretty nice. Gladly accept that. Is this an area where we can... Because the room to get to the boss, yeah, looks a lot like it. Right. We're supposed to have gone the other way and found out by going down left of the save station. We're supposed to have gotten over here and seen this. And like, well, I guess we got to come in from above because we can't bomb through the floor. And we get another one of these eyeballs. Alright, come on. Make this easy for me. It's not making it easy for me. Alright. Boss time! Wonder what we're gonna deal with here? Well, before we fought Arachnus, this is something completely new for this game. This is not a recurring boss. I do not remember what this thing is called, except for really ugly. And to hit it, we gotta shoot it in the eyeball from below. It's a boss where the strategy is a violation of common sense. And it looks like if it grabs us, we ball up and we bomb our way out of it or something. Alright, come on. Okay, so it's doing its slow fall where it's actually vulnerable more to the side now, which is making hitting this a lot harder. This would be a lot easier on a D-pad, that's for sure, but being that I'm using the Game Boy player, I am primarily controlling this using the GameCube's control stick. This is perhaps not the best method of doing anything, but if it gets the job done, it gets the job done, doesn't it? Alright, are you, like, one hit away, please? Being at this low energy out of 3 energy tanks has me a little worried. There we go. Alright, so that's Form 1 complete. Now it's Core X time, where it does a lot less damage. I think this one's going to take 5 hits. Maybe only 4. Or 3, 4. Oh, wow. Only 4. Alright, and it's 2 colors, so we get 2 abilities. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but we get the high jump and the jump ball. The jump ball, of course, being what we used to know as the spring ball. And our old friend Super Metroid. So, we have more options of things we can do. Also, yeah, those ups, that's pretty good. Let's have a quick save while we're here. And there's some more area we can explore before we move on to the next section of the game. Which is going to be the place where things really start to eat up. That's going to be, like... You know, we could have died to that boss. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world. But... it's child's play compared to what we're going to be facing in Sector 4, which is where we're going after this. Not Sector 3, Sector 4. Why? But we will, of course, deal a little more on that when we get there. Samus, grab the ledge, please. Oh, that requires the power bombs. Well, butts. Ooh. This is not so good. Can we bomb through any of this? There we go. We can break through there, and uh-oh. Oh, I know what's happening. Yep, there it is. There's the SAX. Do not engage. Oh, it's only got the ice spacer. It forgot to pick up the plasma beam. Ha! Wow. Wow, Samus. Very unimpressive. What the fuck is that? I don't know what it is, but it looks real nasty. And we see quite a few of those things strewn throughout the station in various parts of the game. For now, we're crossing this area. Grab the missile tank. I don't think there's anything in the water pit here. Particularly not that we can access without the gravity suits. Yeah, because there's another door over there, but we can't get there without the gravity suit. Water physics are a little too nasty for us right now. But we are going to have a look around this general area, because there's definitely some more stuff we can pick up. Although, that way is definitely blocked. That's not so good. Unless we are just being, like, led in a direction, which is always a possibility. Here's a place where you need to use the jump ball. Again, we're finding that they gave us the spring ball on purpose. It's actually used for exploration and getting around now for reasons other than picking up a couple of items in Meridia and being mildly convenient otherwise. So that's neat. I do like that. That's weird and unfortunate. We can't get in there. Alright, so what else can we go for around here? Well, We have the high jump, so we can get the item over in this room, which I think is a missile tank. Just want to ignore these dudes. Take the damage. Grab the missile tank. Don't get distracted by the flies. Seriously, it's a good reason to never open your windows, even in nice weather. Them things are assholes. Or your doors. That's another thing to never open. Okay, so... I don't know that we can get back there, so we may have screwed ourselves a little bit here if we wanted to get that item. We'd have to go back through the whole backwards loop there. And you know what? I am going to wait to do that. This is not where we need to go yet. Cross the gap. Go up here. Go through here. Take a recharge. We are hurting a little bit, so it would not, you know, be a bad thing to get that. Save room. Alright, well... Ring, 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 ring. Phone call, phone call. Samus, we've got trouble. Releasing the security lock may have been a bad idea. The SAX has invaded the water environment in Sector 4 AQA with several thousand X. With the blue hatches active, the SAX slipped in easily. The creatures and systems in Sector 4 are already showing multiple irregularities. I am currently investigating. I'll brief you in the navigation room when you arrive. Yeah, just go right into the dangerous place without us knowing what the hell is going on over there. It'll be fine, I'm sure. Oh, the SAX is Samus's Heartless? Oh wait, no, that's the wrong series. Wrong series, my bad. That joke isn't very good either. Down to Sector 4. Let's go drown, because that's what I deserve for saying that. And here's our map data. They're showing us a lot of the area. This sector has taken more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still, this seems to be purposeful. We certainly can't rule out the possibility that the SAX has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially this SAX. You're weird. But I digress. This sector is home to a very large creature the researchers called Ceres. It is capable of moving and attacking at ultra-high speed. The more senseless and widespread destruction here may be attributable to Ceres. No doubt the SAX released it, but I can't be sure why yet. Ceres has returned often to the breeding tank here. Its natural behavior must be to go back to it periodically. It's a valuable specimen, but you have been authorized to terminate it. If you don't, it may invade other sectors. Got it, go kill the worm. While you're moving, be careful. Several broken power nodes have electrified the water. But we can't cut the power. Doing so would affect the whole station adversely. If you touch the water, you'll be electrocuted. Ugh. So now not only have they got a water level, but it's a water level where the water can kill you, not because you're drowning. Good, I'm glad. This only sounds like the most annoying water gimmick this side of Rusty Bucket Bay. In fact, you know what? This game is so full of dick moves that I'm surprised they didn't figure out some way to put in the Rusty Bucket Bay shit, you know? And yeah, there you go. We just barely touched that water and we took 6 damage. It ain't exactly pretty. These things gonna leap out at us? It seemed like a setup for that sort of thing. This, can we bomb it? Well, it'll tell us what type of blocks those are. Those require the speed booster. So yes, this game does not have the X-ray scope. So your primary way of getting secrets in this game is bomb the hell out of everything that you see in order to figure out how to remove them. And then, of course, be able to identify what the goofy icons mean, but, you know, that's something that we'll get to afterwards, right? Oh. Yeah, see, I'm trying to do the Super Metroid thing, and that's letting me know that I need to drop down on that from below to take a break. Also, yeah, you can wall jump in this game. It's just as hard as in Super Metroid. And, of course, you can be interrupted from it if you run into an enemy, which... yeah. I'm gonna take another couple of cracks at this in order to try and do this chain wall jump. See if we can't get up to this power-up, which I think we can get right now if we are able to get up there. Or I can just walk through into the save room. Nah, fuck it. We just started in this area, so it's not like we made real progress here. If I die, I die. Which is not something that I'll be saying in like 10 minutes, but for now, sure. Also, yes, you will notice that this area is going to be full of a lot of instances of you kill an enemy and the X will move on to something else in order to upgrade it. As we've seen with those fish back in SRX, and they are back here in Force. By the way, yes, I believe the lower level sprite for those fish is literally taken from Super Metroid. There's a couple of things in this game that are basically just yanked from Super Metroid, which is fine. I mean, honestly, that's a bit of a tradition in terms of stuff on the Game Boy Advance, was to pull from actual SNES games. Because the GBA was basically a portable and slightly less advanced SNES. Not by a ton. I mean, it's most obvious in the sound hardware, which, oof. But otherwise, it's basically the rough equivalent of what the Game Boy was to the NES. Except, of course, the GBA came out toward the end of the N64's lifetime, and possibly actually by the time the GameCube was available. So now several console decades behind, but of course, you know, getting that level of chip stuff into a portable unit is very hard. There's this concept called Moore's Law, I believe it is. Is it Moore's Law or is it De Morgan's Law? Which dictates how fast computer chip performance increases. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Performance. here, you fucker. There we go. Yeah, please excuse the blinking, by the way, on the electrical things. And be careful not to get hit by the crab shots. So, this is something that confused me for the longest time, because this is one of the first instances of a truly hidden wall. And this is where the advice of just lay bombs everywhere really starts coming to, you know, starts coming home to roost. Is right there. Because otherwise, how are you supposed to know that you have to do that in order to get to the pump control unit here? Ah, yes, we can't do anything with that right now. So, that sucks. But I believe this is the direction we want to go anyway. Here we are at the save chamber. Just about where we need to be to go find Ceres. So let's save up before this boss fight. Hop through here with the help of our jump ball. And that's funny, there's no eyeball in front of the door. Oh geez. Well, it looks like something already got to this thing. Yikes. Yeah, the fact that there was no eyeball in front of that should have been the big spoiler that we aren't quite at the boss yet. However, it is right over here. And of course we have to deal with this underwater, so timing getting over these energy blasts is a little bit different. Alright, in we go. And this is it. This is a boss that really can make us miserable. It also makes a lot of noise. Whoa! What the fuck? Sonic Hedgehog? You hit it in the head and it goes apeshit. You might be asking me, hey, what patterns do I need to know for this thing in terms of when it chooses to go where? Good question. I don't know. I don't know if this thing has like a set order of the things it goes through, because I'm usually flipping out during this fight. Because it's pretty terrifying. Oh, that was a good call. At the very least, it's pretty fragile. Pretty agile, pretty fragile. And now comes Corex. We got 3 shots so far. 5, maybe? I'm taking a guess here. 4? Alright, it's red, so yeah, there we go. 5 shots. That wasn't so bad. That's probably the best Ceres fight I've ever had, actually. Speed booster power regained. Run until speed boost begins. We don't have to press a single button for this. So, I believe the way this is set up, yeah, okay. We just have to bomb. Oh. And to deal with speed booster blocks, you just run into them. Or run over them, as the case may be. As the case is here. Hey, missile pack. Nice. I don't know what this is doing here. It has to be for something. Ah, yes. So here's our first encounter with a missile block. It works exactly how you think it would. But these are also actually new to the franchise. This is the first instance of a block that must be destroyed with a regular missile. Or super missiles work fine too, but we'll see. We'll learn something about the super missiles pretty soon because they're a little different in this game. I think that's like the next power-up we get, even, so... Yeah. Ooh, there we go. There's our missile tank. I didn't remember how to get that, but that's nice. Save our data. And yeah, so far everything has been going pretty easy for us. We had a very, very good time against Ceres there. That was a very shockingly not horrible fight. And of course I fall in the water, so... You know, my platforming has clearly been the worst part of this in terms of quality. But you will see, we can't get out. And in case you forgot, we need the speed booster to break those open. So, to solve this, we gotta go back to the pump room. Unsurprisingly. I don't know if it's really that big. Ah! Crap! I overshot it! What a stupid thing to do, Hi, Lears. And that will lower the water level for us. And whatever is left should hopefully be a little bit less electrocution-y. But I guess we'll find out when it gets below those wires. Missile tank. Yeah, see, this is safe to walk in. It still slows you down as if you were immersed, but... You know. Yeah, so now that the water is drained here, we can drop down here and find a red hatch so we can't go anywhere here. So this would be really useful. Good use of my time. Back up we go. If Metroid Dread doesn't capture the same spook level of this game, you're gonna call it a shit game. You know, that's pretty fair because this game is pretty damn creepy. As I said before when I did that video, like, about a month ago now. Yeah, that dropped in August, so... Missile pack, we want that. We'd also like to not die, because those electrical wires did a number on us, but... I did really want to make sure that there was nothing over there. Oh yeah, the music in this game is fantastic. The music in this game is, without a doubt, some of the best that has ever shown up on the Game Boy Advance. Because, as I've said before, the Game Boy Advance sound hardware could often be a little bit on the not quite living up to the SNES level. Did I look up the hidden thing? I did not look up the hidden thing. You are correct that I've forgotten somehow. Okay, yeah, so here we go. This is where they're getting those things to pop in from the background. That may be a thing that I, like, make sure I grab a video and set up a thing to, like, play back the video on stream. And be like, that's really unusual. Because honestly, I don't trust myself to be able to do that anyway. So, let's go find out what Adam has to say to us. Oh, you got a video for me already? Well, thanks. Shit, that makes things easy. Pause that, I'll check it out later. So Ceres had been infected by the X2. Well, as a result, you recovered another ability. Yeah, and it's a hell of a lot better in this game. At this rate, you may be able to face the SAX yet, but that's still a ways off. HQ has more support data. This time, it's missile upgrade data. You desperately need this, but the data room here is sealed with a level 4 lock, the highest security level. Yeah, that would be one hell of a wild goose chase to get that shit going. Let's avoid opening sensitive areas unless it's necessary. Also, the route to the data room in Sector 2 is blocked by still more SAX activity. I note a deliberate activity pattern as if it is blocking your recovery intentionally. Samus, it looks like your best bet for this download is to say the word option correctly. In Sector 3, PYR, you will find the PYR data room on your map after using a navigation room there. Hey, wow, we didn't get a... Oh, there's our waypoint. That's a bit slow to do that, Adam. You feeling alright, buddy? Did your circuitry get damp after I stepped on the panel? If so, I mean, good, but... Alright, we gotta go all the way to the left. Well, not quite all the way, because you can't go all the way to the left, but we can go this far to the left. And down we go! Into Sector 3, PYR. It's red. What do you think we're dealing with here? That's right, this is the volcano and hot desert area. Show me that map. Ooh, that data room looks easy to get to. It's gonna be a bit of a runaround. Thankfully, the X have not invaded this area yet. Don't say that, dude! Sealed by another security hatch. Yeah, so... Oh, of course, we gotta find the security room, activate level 2 hatches. May allow the... They should already be able to get in here, they just need level 1 access. Come on. Yeah, okay. No security. No security room. Be careful, Samus. You will see very violent organisms here. And avoid the ultra-heated areas. Your suit does not have the Varia yet, but we're working on it. Super missile data is ready. Your firepower will triple. That's an interesting thing because you may remember in Super Metroid, super missiles were 5 times damage, give or take. In this game, if that information is to be believed, they are triple the damage, which is pretty accurate to what they were in Metroid Prime as well. But in this game, part of that is a little more excusable because... Oh, by the way, I'm going to back up here, and we're gonna do this a little differently. We're gonna get a head start. In this game, your currently existing missiles get replaced with the super missiles. Also, look at that. We just took a bit of a shortcut. It probably took us longer to get there with the wind-up than it would have to just do it normally. Unfortunately, we are stuck here. However, I believe that... Yeah, okay, never mind. That's quite easy. We can pop that open, and we need to, because to get through this next part, I remember this, because this threw me off quite a bit. Yeah, we need a little bit of speed boost in our life. If we go up from here, we can get closer to that data room, but that's not where we need to be just yet. We need to drop and find out that this is not where we need to be either, so I guess we have to go up. Never mind what I said. I don't remember everything about this area. Ooh, that door is wrecked, but I don't know that there's actually anything over there because there's nothing showing on the map in the first place. Well, that makes our lives a little bit easier, I guess. That's actually probably where we need to go, isn't it? So for this, yeah, we want to get to this second level here. Also, hey, look, a block closed on us and it didn't hurt us. Nice. There's some actual, for real, quality of life upgrades in this game relative to previous Metroid games. I know that I've been pointing out that this one is tough, but there's a lot of ways in which this game will take small mercies on you. And we cannot go anywhere from here right now. I think we're gonna have to... Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna have to find another hole to go back down here. Let's see. Left side, maybe? I don't exactly remember where our data room target is here. Alright, time to get out the bombs. Also, for all the bomb-centricness of this game, it is very good that they let you have 4 bombs out at a time. Ah, yes, this should probably get us on the right path. That's got to be the way out of there, right? Ooh, this looks like fun. Up. In here? Yeah, this is it. This is where the security room is. That makes sense. Yeah. Alright, so we're getting some enemies coming in. Alright, we got side hoppers. These are the slightly blue variants. What the hell is this thing? Pretty nasty. Yeah, speaking of the thing with the Shine Spark, I should probably actually demonstrate because yeah, it doesn't cost energy in this game to Shine Spark, which is huge. That is such a big upgrade compared to Super Metroid. In this game, where you're at your most vulnerable, they were just like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna make it so that way you can do that for free. So that's nice of them. Now you will notice a new variant of these gate enemies, and they do not take kindly to our basic missiles. So, we now have to go back this way. Careful of these things. Open the gates. And tear our way through. And indeed, the whole area is well populated. Nice. Mario Sunshine. That's a game that exists. Oh yeah, right. We just did this. Yeah, I was rewatching Alan's streams of Mario Sunshine recently, and I was just thinking, wow, they really didn't finish this game, did they? Also, that thing is not in the background. Oops. These big sun lamps. We got the fire zoomers from Norfair, and they are dropping fireballs on us. This is a nice little thing. Fusion has some pretty messed up shit in it. And yeah, Nightmare is indeed a boss in this game. Oh, oops, I spoiled that a little bit, but you know what? We will see Nightmare when we get there, so... Uh-oh. That ain't so good. That's not a great noise. Oh, yeah, so... Now... Oh, is it not immediately after we get that? It's in a bit, isn't it? Big hole in the ground. Yeah, that's the other side of that broken hatch, so I guess there was something there. Let's save. Yeah, this really is like... And what makes it more so is the fact that really it's basically just the elevator music. It's the elevator / item room music, but they extended out the notes a little bit, and you know they're playing it with a different type of synthesizer tone. So it's like a really creepy ass remix of it. So good on them for changing that into this. I'm impressed. Alright, so is this a real missile pack? There's an area where there's one that's fake. I remember that. Yes, it's not here though. Alright, recharge. Again. I won't save though. We'll be fine! Is a statement that I'll probably be taking back pretty soon. Excuse me. We're locked in. Uh-oh. That's such a nice number! You got a point. Well, a little late now. That shaking rocks. There's nowhere for us to go but here. And I don't like it because this is the king of wonky hit detection. It's Box. The BOX robot. So dealing with the firebombs is basically just hang out over where they land. Also try not to get hit by them when they're getting cast out. But yeah, you gotta shoot this thing in the top of its head, and that is a slightly crusty hitbox. It's not the worst in the world by any means, and I mean, you know, certainly in other Metroid games I think we've faced worse already, but... Oh right, the Omega Metroids, those were some rat bastards. Yes, this thing is basically a brain in a jar. as we will get to see much later in the game when it gets an X infection in itself, because we're not going to be able to completely kill it here. I guess it's just too sturdy for that. Yeah, you can see some funky red stuff going on inside of there. I guess this is like probably a prototype of like wetware in weapons tech or something on the part of whoever designed it. Galactic Federation, maybe? Yeah, absolutely. This is like the part where they decided, hey, we've got this franchise with a lot of horror implications, and we've had a decent amount of really creepy encounters before. But now we're going to make an actual horror game. Like, somebody pointed out when I finished Super Metroid yesterday and I was fighting the Golden Torizo, the super missile catch and throw thing reminded them... Oh, screw attack blocks. The super missile thing where you shoot a super missile at it and it just throws it right back at you. They said that it reminded them of Nemesis, and, you know, that's a fair point. Also, we are hurting pretty hard here. I need more energy pickups, game, and did not get hit by the flying dude. Jeez. Hey, give me some fucking breathing room, man. Those things are surprisingly hard. Yeah, exactly. I understand the point, man. And I agree. Oh, we died. Well, that was avoidable, but not with the knowledge we had very easily. You know, we couldn't have... Well, we could have intentionally dodged it, but we didn't know what was coming there. You know, we didn't quite land on the enemy, but we got pretty damn close. Oh well, time to refight Box. Is there a save? We can't get back here. Can we? Can we just go back here after we fight Box? And then just resave and recharge and everything? Or is the path blocked? Because my brain immediately went, oh, the path is going to be blocked. And that may not be the case. I mean, the path is blocked that way. So we have to go the overland route in order to get out of Sector 3, but can we at least get back... If we can at least get back to the save point and recharge station, well, that'll make my life a lot easier. Speaking of making my life easier, these patterns are pretty simple. At least this time. Oh, damn it! After I say that, I take a stupid easy hit. Fuck! Yeah, so the handrails are, like, just barely within the range of your high jump, so if you don't do it right, it's very easy to, like, not get it. Alright, so we need that rubble to fall. I imagine we can get smushed, by the way. So this door reopens, so we can go back and we can recharge and we can save. Thank goodness. So that'll be a good way to prevent that shit from happening. Handily won that boxing match. Yeah, that was Box giving me the good RNG. I clearly was being taken pity on, and I will accept it. You know? It's free pity real estate, right? And sometimes you gotta take that. remember that this chucklehead is down here. Use the appropriate weapon. I don't 100% know what that accomplishes, but I guess we'll just get... Wait, there's an item that I can get there. I don't know how offhand, but I guess we'll come back for it later. It's not like we won't be back here again. Yeah, that door to the left, this leads to a super hot room, I think. Yes. We want to get out of the red zone. And go into this red zone, I guess. Alright, recharge. Wait to save until we enter the next area, because, yeah, we don't have to worry about save station issues for a bit. I see that you encountered a rogue security robot. You may destroy it if you meet it again. Your safety is vital. But as to your brief, level 2 security locks are released, so sectors 5 and 6 are open. That means those sectors have likely been infiltrated by X. They are much harder to stop than we initially suspected. What did you initially think? Sector 5 is Sub-Zero. We're still susceptible to cold from the vaccine side effects, so we'll take damage if we even set foot inside there. Void it, but in the meantime, HQ is working on data to adjust your suit for extreme temperatures. Once we have the transmission, we can download it. X gonna give it to you. We had that joke earlier in the stream, but it's always good to hear it again. The X have destroyed all the data rooms we've used so far. Their capacity for critical thought. Yeah. Have to use the data room in the night habitat, Sector 6 NOC. Go to Sector 6 and access a navigation room there, and we'll get our briefing. This will exit off your list of jokes. Tread lightly, Saramus. You are the only one who can do this, and the X may be much more dangerous than we know. I mean, the fact that they just sort of infest things and, you know, multiply and kill them without any sort of real, good way to counter them, that seems to be pretty damn dangerous, so... Oh, uh-oh. Plot? Does Samus suspect any... No, I do not think so. Monitor her closely. Ooh. There's some shit going on. Yeah, don't go to the left. We go the other way. Down into Sector 6. And it's purple, which is how you know it's nighttime. The various suit data is here from HQ, ready to download. Oh, thank God. Get going. There's a problem. It's pretty deep in there, it looks like. X from the Sub-Zero Sector Arc are in Sector 6. And they've been changed by the cold. If you absorb one, you'll be frozen from within. This seems to be a deliberate tactic. Once you download the various suit modification, you'll be out of danger. Just be extremely careful until then. The NOC data room is here. Remember, avoid the blue X. Use beam to stun them in order to get by. Okay, well, they do tell us that, so... I forgot that was the thing that they actually just straight up told you about. And it's about to be like, hey, yeah, remember you can stun them, because... I don't think they tell you, but they do. They do. That's good. Hey! Save complete. In we go. Now we got some of these freaky things going around here. You'd be surprised how irritating they are for the fact that they move so slowly. But maybe that's it, is that you underestimate them because of that. There we go. Oh, we have to go around the other way to get that. Well... Your Twitch doesn't want your bad jokes. What did it do? I didn't get a notification for, like, anything getting caught by the auto mod or anything, so... Can't be that bad. Can it? It said they knock you out cold and it hurt. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well... Yeah, Isn't Twitch just so functional? You know? If only there were real competitors that actually worked properly. And here we are, we see a couple of these blue X, and we will see that these things are really big. They are quite the chonkers compared to your regular garden variety X parasites. And of course, because of the nature of these things, it is very easy to get hit by more than one in rapid succession. What I'm doing here is a little bit silly. Oh, hey, look, fake missile pack. However, you can blow open a wall here and you can find a real one. Do we go wild with... Do we go with nuts and bolts, or do we just Resonant Rise and spend eons updating shit? Because you want to rebuild the Brightwheel server, but then you lose all hope. I feel you on that. I have still the remnants of the last attempt that I did to build up and, to a lesser extent, build down Resonant Rise for 1.7.10. Oh, we gotta get back to a recharge room. I believe I still have that hanging out on my hard drive somewhere. Where... Because that's when... I believe that I had this conversation with you specifically about Thaumcraft, because... You know, I hate Thaumcraft with a fiery passion, but I know that people like it, so... I was willing to give it a chance, to be like... Hey, we can set this up, and, you know, I don't mind the materials. We can have that for Tinker's Construct and shit, and, you know, the Thaumium handles for tools are pretty nice. And, you know, I'll turn off taint spawning. So that way we don't have to deal with that. And if you want to do taint stuff, there can be a special realm specifically for taint. And I did that and it still spawned taints. And I think the problem with that ends up being that it's like you would have to turn off Auronode spawning entirely for Thaumcraft. So it's like, okay, now we're walling this behind, like, admin permission entirely? I would, at that point, just rather shut it off completely and be like, hey, yeah, if you suggest Thaumcraft, we will not accept it. But if there's a way to get it to, like, shut things off... Yeah, see, I don't know what the status of that was in terms of... Because that was something that we were definitely looking at when I was considering doing that as 112. Also, dear God, we just took all of those things right in the face. This is going to be a bit of an adventure if we want to get all the items, which I'm going to try and get these items before we leave. I'm pretty sure there's an item that we can pick up around these parts. Oh, it needs the power bomb? I just wasted my entire... Oh boy, I might be dead. So yeah. Dimensions for people to live in, that's also a way that we can do it, and if that is how we're going to do it, I mean, fair enough. One of the things with that is that I wasn't 100% sure how to disable, like, RF Tools dimension structures spawning in those dimensions. So you'd have people getting, like, dimensional shard ore and stuff like that outside of the normal progression. And that might be... Oh, I died. Well, that's a lot of damage I took from that thing, that's for sure. So, yeah, ouch. Let me take a look at our map. Did we save after we got... Yeah, we got that missile pack. Okay. Phew. Exiled. Nice. That's a good one. So yeah, for that, that's something that we gotta hammer out how we feel about that, and I can absolutely, like, if we can hash that stuff out, then yeah, I don't see why we can't do it. We can't do it up like that. Yeah, because we could just block crafting certain things, right? Ow. Fucking cold X are painful. Right. Yeah, I remember that now. So, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I think the bottom block of that chain there contains a cold X, by the way, so... Do approach with caution, won't you? You know, do as I say, not as I do. As it were. And can be cross-dimensioned. You are absolutely correct, because, yeah, as was previously stated, 1710. A recycling plant building? We can absolutely do that. Listen, man. You know how it goes. It's 1710. The sky is the damn limit. We've got all kind of things we can do there. I think, really, the only one thing that I'm sad about us not having by virtue of being in that version... Oh, here comes the SAX again. Aside from, you know, some of the Tinker's mods from 112. The only other thing that I'm sad about us not being able to have would be create, and that I will learn to deal with. Because that's, you know, only a minor bit of goofing around fun times. Create is a mod for the newer versions of Minecraft. I think its first one is 1.14, and it's all like rotating machinery and stuff. It's basically Rotary Craft if Rotary Craft were not strong, but if it could rotate blocks, like, smoothly. I'd have to, like, get some video footage of this, but you can make some pretty neat looking stuff by just having, you know, like, actual big rotating machinery that's custom built. So it looks cool. You know, it's not like, oh, my tech trees, you know. Obviously, if RTC is going to be in there, you know, just RTC. It's... Rotary Craft is hilarious. Like, I could probably do a very in-depth set of pros and cons for versions, but I think 1710 would just win out overall. Yeah. Either way, minor grumble, we'll call it that. We got an eyeball to break open in one shot now that we have super missiles. Ugh! Fucking kicks ass, let me tell you what. What the fuck? It just stole our data room and blew it up. Yikes! So, yeah, here's where things start getting super weird. This boss, you shoot it with a charge beam, I think, and, like, missiles don't actually work against its first phase. Or something. Either way, it's got a bunch of these rotating shield things around it, like it's one of those robots that Dr. Robotnik has in every 2D Sonic game. This one can take a while, if I recall correctly, just because, like, I think its main thing is, like, pretty fat HP. Anyway, I have to laugh about the Minecraft combat thing, because, I mean, it's combat in Minecraft. Why would you know... Especially with hard mode mobs, it's like, why bother? Just give me the fast kills and everything. I don't... You know, mobs in Minecraft are either an annoyance or a means to an end of getting certain drops. And that's it. Like, that sounds like some very obvious game design thing, like, oh, they're a means to an end. But in particular in that game, it's like, the combat is, frankly, the worst aspect of it, which I think is true of a lot of games of its ilk anyway. Also, yeah, the Core X have very long iframes, in case I haven't mentioned that. So, 3 hits with the super missile. Ouch. Stop ramming me, you bastard. 5. Fudge. 6. Oh, see, this one's going to take multiple hits into red. 7. That was close. I played that very badly. But imagine us doing that without super missiles. That'd be like 21 shots. That would be an endurance match no matter how much damage that thing dealt. And we get nobody's favorite Varia suit look. It's green and purple. I, on the other hand, love it! And I think that Nintendo and everyone who worked on Samus Returns, because they included skins for the suits from this game in Samus Returns, but they changed the color so that way, instead of being like this neon green atrocity that the Varia suit for the Fusion Varia suit is, they made it like forest green. And I mean, I think that looks fine too. But also, you're fucking cowards for changing it. Like, how can Samus not be at her most powerful in this suit? She just puts this on, runs at enemies, and they go, "Dear God, my eyes!" And they get out the way immediately. It's brilliant. Yeah. And then they, like, smarten up a little bit, right? They soon realize, oh, this is not a good idea. This is not tactical. Yeah. Yeah, see, like, now that we've absorbed a couple, they're actively getting the hell away from us. It's cool, which is funnier because they're ice types here. But they put a lot of thought into, like, every aspect of this game. And honestly, I mean, I've talked about this game pretty heavily. I even did that video in August and all that. I have definitely not talked about everything that's cool about this game. This... Like... If it weren't for the fact that Super Metroid is a more balanced experience in terms of gameplay, and that's going to always give a game a little bit of an edge, this would probably be my favorite Metroid game. As it stands, being number 3, or, 2/3, because, the tie at the top end is still pretty good. Okay, I suppose it's like second favorite 2D Metroid, third favorite overall, because, Metroid Prime is still probably my favorite in the franchise, just in the overall. But, yeah. A lot of thought went into a lot of this, and it's really cool. And a fly just tried to crash right in my face. Goddamn six-legged idiot. Oh, right. We need the Powerbomb for that. Alright, so there's nothing left for us to... Well, actually, we can go... There is something we can go check out, because... You see that path up to that save room? We can probably get in there. Hey. First, we gotta clear everything out of this room. Alright, that's enough of the purple gas. Stop giving me the farts. Come on. Okay, we don't even have to speed boost through there. But we can go this way. We can have a quick look at what's going on here. We've got a bunch of these. Is there an item over here, or is this just for a save room? This is just for a save room. Alright, well, I didn't know offhand, so it was good to get that information. They really do want you to have a couple of checkpoints, which, depending on usage, that's not always necessarily the best thing in the whole wide world, because you can be in a position where it's like, oh hey, I got a checkpoint! I'm at 25 health, and I'm in the middle of the Ice X run. And you can get... You can get, fucked up pretty badly that way. Hey, we don't even need to use the recharge room. Nice. Goddamn fly out of here, please. Yeah, that's what I want to know too, Adam. What's the deal? That's the ability to process data organically. What? That's just weird. Yeah, the SAX will do a ton of damage to us, so that's a problem. Penetrating weapon like the plasma beam might work. It's gonna take them some time to do it, so... you know, just hope for the best, I guess. Ice beam functionality is probably a no. Which makes me wonder if, for some reason, why did the X never develop, like, an Ice Beam Core X to distribute and attempt to kill you with? Because it sounds like that's what would happen. However, HQ has developed ice missiles, which is pretty neat for us, so we gotta go to Sector 5 to grab those. Because I believe that's one of the very few safe data rooms at this point that's not behind level 4 security. Because I don't think we can get back on deck. There isn't going to be... I don't think there's one in Sector 1 whatsoever. We certainly didn't go to one. Sector 2 is blocked. Sector 3 is pretty mangled. Sector 4 is behind level 4 security, and Sector 6 has been blown up. Well, down we go, down we go, down we go, down we go. And you can see this has a little bit of the ice blue-gray going on. Let's check our emails real quick. Strong Bad logging into his email account. Yep, it's behind security level 3. Yep, do our thing. And he's going to put a waypoint on our data room. Let's save up. And go through here. We got some weird things going on here, and we are going to have to, yeah, just shoot through the wall. It needs a missile. Yes, the key that opens almost any lock. High explosives. Yes. Go through here. And onward into Sector 5 proper. That thing is dropping some nasty grossness there. This room creeps me out, but we'll probably have to wait a bit to see why that is the case. I don't think we see it until return trip. Ooh, I see we got some much hardier than usual waivers here. Yeah, a big spiny shell, and they embed themselves in the wall. Yeah, we can't go in there yet. And that barrier thing there is looking quite heavy, so I don't think we're going to be able to deal with that anytime soon. That needs a speed booster. That's easy enough because we've got an open door here too. Just got to clear out the path. Crack the hatch. I like how they've got this big pen for all these things, just waiting for you to open it up. Nice little room design. Come here. There we go. Right. Oh, can we just drop down there already? I mean, yes, but that's probably not a good idea because it doesn't look like we can get back up. But there's a save room here. These things going on. Ooh, powerbomb to get through there. Duly noted. But there's our security room. So that should now form a bit of a loop for us to get through. In order to get back to a level where we can get to the data room. Right? Things immediately respawn. Thanks, game. God, the arcing on those shots is mean. Mean and nasty. Save room, yeah, okay. It's a very short walk to where we're going, so I think we're clear to go here. No, up. Okay. Open the shutter and go into the data room and grab the ice missiles. Yeah. Ice effect added to missiles, use it to freeze enemies. Oh yes. So let's go ahead and just go back and right. Yeah. Go back this way. And yeah, just like in Super Metroid and I think even Metroid 1, basically the first thing that we do when we get our ice beam, or in this case ice missiles, is we climb a stairway of rippers. And in this case, stairway might be a bit of a stretch, but you know what I'm trying to say. And we are rewarded with an energy tank, which is better than I could have asked for. Those things hurt when you hit them. Jeez. Egg sack turns into a weird pillar of weirdness. Go through this way. Alright, so if I recall how this works, it's a bit funky. We gotta kill this crab a couple of times, and it goes and infests the egg sac. And the reason we need to do this is because I believe this is, yeah, it's a wall of speed booster blocks. So you gotta be a little smart for this. Grab 2. Freeze the weird, gross pillar thing. And... let's rip right on through. Clever level design. I like that. Alright, so now I guess we just get out of here, because there's not much else for us to do around here. I mean, we might be able to get some items, but we're just in here for that thing, I think, and then we, oh boy, yeah, we go around, I guess. Alright, so now we're back here, and oh, Jesus! Yeah, that thing. That's a big part of why this room gets real creepy from here on out. That thing in the background. It's that gigantic shadow passing by, making noises at you. This thing. Can we just... yeah, we can just fire some missiles at it and that'll do. An item in here, I think it is obtained... well, we can clear this area out first, and it's like one side of this or something. It needs a power bomb. Aw, damn it. Game.
Emergency in Sector 3.
Yikes.
Emergency in Sector 3.
Emergency in Sector 3, indeed. This is a good reason to not save. Alright, I think we got time for a quick phone call. Emergency in Sector 3. The area can melt down soon? The main boiler's cooling unit is malfunctioning. This could easily destroy the entire research station as it would likely trigger the auto-destruct explosives. We have about 6 minutes. Yikes. Access the control room to the side of the main boiler room. Most of the systems in PYR are down for this. Stop talking about how great my enemy is, dude. Come on.
6 minutes to main boiler explosion.
Shoot these doors open. Hope we kept our speed boost. We did not. Fuck. Well, we're gonna try that again. I guess we can just lose it a little early. A bit of a waste of time, and... okay, running. I don't remember how to get there. It's pretty simple. Okay. That's good, at least. Alright, I'm pausing to check the map a lot, because I don't remember how to do all of this off the top of my head. So we gotta go down that shaft and go all the way to the left end, basically. Yikes. Get out of the hot sauce. Fuck. Oh boy. So glad we managed to catch the edge there. Oh, that thing shot's home in on you. Good. Just what this level needs more of. This is basically, hey, do you know how to use ice missiles yet? The level. I think the thing in Sector 5 was trickier to figure out. But hey, here we are. I guess it doesn't have to be necessarily a challenge to understand.
Minute to main boiler explosion.
Yes, I know about the main boiler. I'm going as fast as my tiny little legs will carry me. Fuck you, game. That's just rude. Ah! God damn it, get out of here. Oh, are we on the... Oh no, that... It's nice and simple to get up there. Yeah, this part is a little bit nasty just because you can't tell what's foreground and what's background with that broken bridge. Alright, so we need to get down here. Uh-oh. It's time for another eyeball Corex. And it looks like this one's got a triple shot for us. Those counterattacks come at you fast and hard. However, thankfully, it's a pretty easy fight, and we got the wide beam. Wide beam ability recovered, and by recovered, we mean this is the first time you see it in the franchise.
3 minutes.
Shut up. 3 minutes remaining, my ass. More like infinite minutes. Anyway, the wide beam is basically the Spazer from Super Metroid, but with different shots, cooler looking shots in my opinion. Those 3 hoops, that's pretty neat. And with a different name for some reason. Don't know why, but it's there. Now, it is time to GTFO. There are no items to get along this path as far as I know, which is great because that would be quite irritating if that was the case. And very distracting because I would stop trying to get them. So I think we just go back, and if there's anything to pick up, it's like that one super hot room, and that's it. Also, indeed, the wide beam does a nice chunk of damage. Actually, there's this room over here. What's going on here? Oh, I guess there's an item in here, too. I think it's actually like something you have to bomb into this wall. Yeah, there we go. Grab some missiles. Okay, so we can't go that way. We have to go all the way back up the shaft. Samus, get up there. Come on. You can do better than that. Even when I'm controlling you. Monkey bars, monkey bars, monkey bars. And we got a couple of these big boys here. Alright, take some more missiles. Again, this is really the game where you want to collect as many missile packs as possible because, of course, they are all of your heavy ordnance. Like, your beam in this game is probably one of the strongest it ever gets in the series, but the missiles are still the true meat of your arsenal. Recharge. Now we save. It's been a hot minute, or more. Didn't know I was live. That's okay. Yeah. The spider is probably a little ways away. We might be able to get there tonight. Actually, wow, I've been playing for almost 3 hours, haven't I? Because, let's see, I would have gone live close to 7, and it's like 9:45. I guess we might not get to the spider today. Well, the spider boss is like actually one of the hardest in the game, so unfortunately, no big boot for me. It's mimicked a crew member. It all makes sense now. Can absorb the memories and knowledge of their prey. Oh, HQ is having a field day with this, huh? Yeah, this guy is, again, a little bit creepy in terms of the, oh, it's so fascinating what your enemy can do. Buddy, I'm here to kill it. I ain't give a shit what it can do. I need you to be a little bit more normal about this. Survival instinct is in conflict with her newly borrowed intelligence. Biosigns on the habitation deck. Well, it's time to go check this out. Just restore power to the main elevator. Good timing, buddy. Buster Brown. Well, yeah, a lot of the, like, more atmospheric incidental music tracks are not as complicated. It gets much better for certain other areas. Up we go, back to the main deck. We can go check out that Sub-Zero containment room now if we want to. We can also go look in the busted up room over here. And we can find a missile pack for us. Ooh, we gotta use the speed booster, that's pretty cool. Yeah, see, we get enough space just in that area. Hey, there we go. 100 missiles. Very nice. So what we're outfitted with now, can we see our... Yeah, we can see our status. So you can see we have a beam type called the Wide Beam. This is basically the equivalent of the Spazer in Super Metroid. This is what we just got, but it has that really cool looking purple ring look to it. Oh, also there's a sleep mode to this. We can put the game to sleep. I forgot that was a thing. That's kind of neat. I don't know how useful it is, but it's pretty neat. Of course, we can charge this thing as usual. Give this a nice little purple glow. It looks pretty cool. Speaking of pretty cool... That's a frozen Ridley. Ugh. That's kind of creepy. Let's get out of here. I don't want to think about that anymore. Nav room, no need to stop here. There's no new emails for us. Well, the various suit provides us protection from all temperatures in this game. So, this way is blocked, by the way. We need the power bombs to get through that. That weird, gross thing. So basically, because Samus has Metroid DNA right now, in order to fight a viral infection, or parasitic infection, it's a little bit dicey. She's super weak to cold. And yeah, I suppose that it would protect against Absolute Zero, but perhaps we don't get quite that cold in any of these things. This area is a bit of an interesting one. We're going to basically have to redo a bunch of things in order to get through certain parts. Actually, I need this thing to extend. Right, come on. Oh, I screwed that up. Well, alright. Thaw out. Yeah, no real need to do that. Except for where we do in order to reset the room, because we need the enemies to spawn. That could have been done more intelligently. Alright, we're back up to the top of this room. So... Hey look, it's our buddies from Super Metroid. It's the Edakuns and the Decora. They got a tire. They're doing a bunch of goofy little animations. They're being cute. Alright, so in here we have to go through parts of this a couple of times in order to get some items in here. And by some items, I believe I basically just mean one, but on the other hand, that's still something. Alright, so we open the hatch. Run through. And... okay, that's the way to get out of here, so... we just go in here to grab the missile. This is a lot less complicated than I remember. Never mind what I was saying earlier. So we jump in here, and we get some more of our good old friend ice missile platforming. It's like ice beam platforming, except you use missiles. Yeah, this music is pretty good. Get in here, hit this, lock disengaged, gate opening, and they just pop right out the door. Oh look, it's got a baby! Aww! It makes really cute little tiny footstep noises. Aww! Well, there we go. That's all there is for this chapter. It's that short. Save room over here. We will wait to use the save room until later on. What is this, Sonic the Hedgehog? I mean, wouldn't be the weirdest direction that this series could take. Yep, so there we go. It is canonical that Samus saved the animals in Super Metroid, according to Metroid Fusion. They go back to your ship and they hang out in there. Not sure how they know to go to your ship, but, you know, if they recognize you, that's fair enough. And we're back to creepy noise music for now. Alright. Phone call! Survivors were not human, indeed. Now confirm the deaths of all crew members. I imagined this was the case, but I'd hoped it wasn't so. I believe the X only infected the humans for knowledge. The form is too weak for battle. I'm sure the others were merely food for the X. They must think they're evolving, growing stronger. Some are now appearing that resist your current weapons. Yeah, we already know about that. HQ anticipated this and sent Powerbomb data as soon as the hardware team finished it, thank goodness. Alright, download it immediately. We can only go to Sector 5. Well, it's a good thing we know where that is. That's nice and easy. With the power bombs, we can do a decent chunk of stuff. Although, it will probably be a bit before we do most of that. Left. Nicely stopped. Right. Check in with Adam real quick. Yep, give us the waypoint. Now go. And save. Save complete. Oh yeah. Now we got stuff we can do, I think. Does this need power bombs, or is that just that other room? I guess I'm gonna take it and find out. Huh? How do we get in then? Oh, there we go. It's just an invisible... Or rather, it's the reverse of an invisible wall. It's a fake wall. Again, rip our X-ray scope. Also rip that one missile wasted on opening a door. Ugh, hey, stop doing that. That's really creepy. You're not gonna stop doing that, are you? Oh yeah, that thing, Oh, we're gonna be seeing more of that. Not tonight, that's for sure, because I can't go fast enough at this game to get that far tonight, but it's going to be a major thing in our future, that's for sure. Check into the data room and get ourselves the power bomb. You use this the way you use missiles in this game, just as a ball. Shouldn't be too hard to escape from here. Is it Fantoon? No, it's not, and thank goodness. Oh boy, so that thing's gone, so we can't use that escape route. We're gonna have to do something a little different, huh? Well, I mean, fair enough. Ooh. That's a problem. Where can we powerbomb? We might have to go back a room. We're dead, got it, yeah. Oh, well, when we get there, yeah, that's pretty much going to be the general candor of things. Power bombs have an extra set of noise cues to them. And also, when the... Uh-oh. I don't like that. It's SAX time. Please leave. Thank you. Creepy, tense, atmospheric stuff. Yeah, so now you're gonna get a good look at how much the SAX hurts. Oh, we just got out of there with our asses. And in this game, yes, power bombs are a bit more limited than they were in Super Metroid, but not nearly to the level that they were in Metroid Prime. Security room, we don't need this shit no more. Time for us to leave. This is going to be some climbing that's involved here. Alright, I'll take a quick save here, because why not? Ah, nice. So the things that block your path for use with the power bombs, those give out red X's, like, pretty much guaranteed, it seems like. That's great. So this room, this is going to be an interesting one. That's not where we want that Ripper frozen. We want to freeze these suckers right in the middle of the area, because you're going to see what this is going to be like in just a second. That is too far over because we can't get through. Well, as soon as it unfreezes, I can at least demonstrate, I guess, that... Yeah, see, we managed to cheese through that with a little bit of gumption, but we generally want these dudes kind of towards the middle, so that way we can have to do as little of that as possible in order to get through all these crumbling blocks. And we got our Powerbomb upgrade. Well, they float. not quite walking. It might be a little tough to see because of, well, the resolution being what it is. It's not really upscaled on this thing. Oh, you're still here. Of course it is. This room looks a little bit darker than before. Yeah, so for those of you who haven't played this game, it might be familiar to you if you've played Other M. Is all I can say on the matter. But of course, is that really a thing that somebody wants to admit to in here? I mean, we rip on Other M so much in this channel. Because, frankly, well, it's Other M. You haven't played any Metroid game? Well, alright. Fair enough. So that won't really tell you too much about what that thing is. We will be encountering that probably next time I stream this game, which will be on Wednesday, and it will beat my ass. But I do want to try to go a little further today. I'd like to kill the giant spider here because, you know, I have a lot of friends who are afraid of spiders, and, you know, don't want them to put up with it. I'd like them to be able to watch this without being like, ugh. Alright, navigation room. Are you going to tell us to go back to the ship now? Yes, this is it. Return to the ship. You have important information. Strange that we can't be told it here, but I don't know. You don't know anything you're afraid of? That's perfectly alright, you know? I understand that. I mean, I feel like I don't fear anything, but then again, I haven't really encountered a lot of things, so, you know. Certainly not a lot of things that I've found scary. I may run into something and, you know, I can still be startled and all that. Oh. Ruh-roh. Elevator's out of gas, everybody. We're moving ahead on foot. And we gotta bomb these blocks one by one, or we could use a power bomb, I guess, if we wanted to. Power bomb is generally going to be the easiest way to get through any of this, because that lets us detect stuff. Oh. Huh? Oh, Jesus, this is not the place where... Oh, God, I can't tell which option is worse! Ridley X? Just... Oh, jeez, that's not great. Anyway, this is another great place to lay down a power bomb to get some business done. Assuming you actually managed to kill any of those things. So maybe I was wrong, because it looks like they need 2 power bombs each. Oh boy. So setting this up is gonna take a minute here, because... Alright, we just need to not be interrupted. There we go. Ah, yes, remember this from earlier? Alright, power bomb. Missile tank. Nice. Yeah, I don't know why Arachnus is called Arachnus, because it's, well, not very Arachnus looking, so... It made sense to somebody on the dev team at some point. Alright, now remember that in this game, Samus's ship works from below as opposed to above. And We are getting in here to save. The main silo of the reactor core has gone offline. That's why all the elevators and station systems are down. Elevators and hatches won't work. This doesn't bode well. If you can get to this point, you may be able to start the auxiliary power system. Then we can figure out why the main silo went offline. By the way, I asked you to return here to tell you some strange creatures have boarded your ship. I confirmed that they were not Exos and gave them a berth. Do you know anything about these strange creatures? Yeah, those are our buddies from Super Metroid. Yeah, that's not what we're going up against here. The sources of the healthy biosigns earlier? Yep. Alright, so they get to hang out with us. And now, this is a point where the design is a little stupid. If we were to reload here, which is a very likely possibility, this boss will probably kill our asses dead many times. We would have to get rebriefed. And so I'm going to resave. And now, back we go. Oh, what are you doing here? That thing's gross. Yeah, it's a design decision that I do not understand. Ooh, we got some bug skins hanging out around here. All right. Sounds good to me. And yeah, this central reactor, everything is overgrown with vines. It's really nasty. We can't use the save room, so that's why we saved at the ship, by the way, is because we can't use that. All the services are down. Is there anything in here that... This is the way out. Okay. Up we go. And this should be the way forward. We got some space pirates. These ones are a hell of a lot tougher than what we found in SRX, that's for sure. They're going to take a lot of super missiles. And we get ourselves another energy tank. That is always welcome. I believe there's another one along this path. Either that or it's a missile tank. I don't remember. But there's a couple of good items around here. Oh, that just respawns a new enemy down. Yeah, there's our missile tank. That's what I was thinking about earlier. Bombed into? No, we have to go in from the other side, I guess. This entire area, yeah, everything should be, open with the beam, right? Yeah. And there we go. Missile tank. Alright. Easy. Don't run in the room super fast. You'll miss the red X and you'll miss that nice fat health refill. Alright. Land in the middle and start shooting up. You might be able to get some free hits in, and here it is, a big spider. Oh god. Yeah, this thing hurts, especially when it grabs you. And if you can't get out of its grasp in time, it will give you basically a German suplex. Alright, it's turning blue, which means that its health is going down. This is also the first boss in the game that has multiple phases, by the way. So, you know, not necessarily cause for celebration just yet, because the next phase is going to be an even bigger pain in the ass. And we see it now as its legs pop off. And it's going to start doing this, which makes it pretty hard to get a good hit in, especially safely, because it's dropping shit the whole time. It's dropping shit like a flock of pigeons. To quote one of the songs from the Jet Set Radio Future soundtrack. Give it up already, you bastard! And there we go. Now for phase 3! It's Korax. Duh. 1, 2... Oh, it's yellow already. That makes me feel good. 3... 4... 5... and 6. Holy shit, first try! Thank you, Lears. That made it all worthwhile. And a proper ambush, because you got to choose when and where and how they happen, just like real ambushes. Alright, so, for all of that, for all of our work there, we got the space jump. Holy shit, I can't believe I beat that in the first try. That is astounding! And our auxiliary power is back online, and we get to make a phone call to Adam, this time not from the boat. Save rooms and recharge rooms are now back online, but with only auxiliary power, no elevators or hatches will work. Without the main silo online, we're still stuck. We believe the source of the problem is the vegetation we saw earlier choking the reactor core components. Is our objective clear? I mean, yes, kind of. We gotta figure out where these roots are at. Pop that open. And let's save. After we kill all these buggos. Alright, you have a good one. We are done now that I've saved. Thank you all for watching this first stream of Metroid Fusion. Apparently, all I have to do is play these harder games on stream, because I'm doing so much better at this than I was doing, like, really ever. I have never gotten up to Yakuza, which is the name of the spider, and killed it first try. That is fucking astounding. Really?